Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of July 18th through the 24th. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. Alright, Scorpio. So at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords can certainly be, for some Scorpios, you actually going within, listening to your intuition, and making a decision. For other Scorpios, this could be a decision that's quite significant this week. For some of you, maybe you're receiving a decision. For others, maybe you're trying to make a decision. But if you do have to make a decision, you definitely need to go within. You need to listen to your gut when making this decision. So the overall energy is actually the Six of Swords. And with the Six of Swords, Scorpio, this is you moving forward. This is you moving towards peace of mind, moving from stormy waters into much more calmer waters. So for some of you, if you've been waiting on a decision, this certainly can be you receiving that decision that allows you to move forward. Maybe some of you are physically moving, traveling, and then for other Scorpios, maybe you're simply moving on with your life. Moving towards more harmony in your relationships. We have the Two of Cups here, which can be you and your romantic partner. This certainly can represent romantic partnerships, but it doesn't have to be. This could be you and a friendship, you and a business partner, you and a family member, this can represent a family relationship as well. So you and another person here that's quite significant. Maybe you're a Scorpio who's waiting on a decision from your partner, because I also have the Two of Wands underneath the Two of Cups. So as you can see, there's a lot of twos here. So partnerships, relationships, they're quite significant this week. So no matter if you can relate to this on a romantic front or a business front, you certainly might have been waiting on a decision from your partner that allows maybe the relationship to move forward, or it allows you to move forward in some way. Maybe you and your partner together were waiting on a decision, because I certainly see you thinking about your future, planning for your future, planning on walking down a new path, Scorpio. And with the Eight of Wands here, this could be communication coming in suddenly, lots of communication going back and forth. If you are in a relationship, this could be you communicating quite a bit with your partner this week. But also this can represent that sudden energy where communication is maybe coming in quite suddenly. This is a very positive energy. This is things improving. You know, this is the energy certainly moving forward. So things happening quickly this week. For some of you, I am sensing maybe you've been trying to move in together. This could be maybe you and your partner were waiting on a decision in regards to a home. Maybe you were trying to buy a home together. We do have the Four of Pentacles here, which fours talk of foundation. But I also see the Four of Pentacles as, you know, something that adds security to your life, something that's building on your security that you already have. Bringing in that stability, that security. For some of you, maybe you are making a decision to move in with your partner. Because I certainly see you moving forward. I certainly see things progressing. And with the Ten of Pentacles here, this can certainly represent real estate or property. And I really see the Ten of Pentacles as two people coming together that can really build an empire together, who can really be quite successful together. So if you are in a relationship and you are maybe taking your relationship to the next level, maybe you're moving in with your partner, I think this is going to be something that's really positive. Let me just see what I'm getting here. For others, you know, maybe you were waiting on a decision from a family member, waiting on a decision maybe in regards to an inheritance or property, or some sort of assets. With the Four of Pentacles, this can be someone hanging on tightly to something. For some of you, maybe it's you, maybe you were hanging on tightly to something that you wanted, like an idea, something that you felt was yours. And then for others, this certainly could be a person around you who was maybe hanging on tightly to something. But I see progress being made this week. I do have the Queen of Wands underneath the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, this certainly can be your energy, very fiery, very passionate, ambitious, ready to move forward. I see the Queen of Wands as a person who's ready for action, ready to move forward. For others, of course, you know, this might be a fire sign person who's relevant here. Maybe for some of you, you're in a relationship with a fire sign, a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries person. For others, there could be an air sign person that's significant, maybe a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, because I also have the King of Swords here. What's interesting is I have Temperance here as well. And Temperance represents patience and moderation. She also represents a healing energy. And for many of you, this certainly could be, you know, things happening within your life, you know, happening on divine time. And when divine timing's at play, it is a bit of a process. But I actually see you moving towards healing. I see relationships healing. I see you becoming emotionally balanced. Yeah, and overall just simply moving towards healing. Maybe for some of you, you're healing your relationships, and then for others, I just see you healing. I do think that for some of you, maybe you're speaking to an attorney. This King of Swords here can be, you know, this can be a character, this can be a person who works within the legal or justice system. So certainly this can be a lawyer. I do think that for some of you, there might be like a family situation or something to do with assets. And you actually might be traveling to speak to an attorney this week. Maybe there's been some upset, you know, within the family for some Scorpios, but I see you moving towards healing. If there's been something going on with maybe like an inheritance, with real estate, something to do with the family assets, I see you actually moving towards healing energy. So this is really positive. I see you taking action. So I do see some of you actually, maybe you're making a decision, maybe you're cutting to the truth of the matter or getting down to the bottom of something. And then for others, I think that maybe you're seeking some sort of counsel. But I see a lot of healing energy coming through because of this. Either you seeking counsel and advice that's going to be very beneficial for you, or maybe you're making some decisions. I do see that for many of you, though, things are happening on divine time. So you do have your angels, you have your guides around you, guiding you, protecting you, and leading you towards you know, this healing and, you know, this beautiful abundance. Financially, Scorpio, I think it's going to be a great week for you. I think you're building on your security. For some of you, you're saving your money more than you're spending it. And yeah, I see overall it being a wonderful week financially. I think emotionally, you're in a really good place as well, Scorpio. If you're in a relationship, I see it being just an amazing week for you and your partner. Maybe you guys are progressing your relationship to another level. Maybe you're moving in together. For some of you, maybe you're starting a family. Yeah, and I think that overall it's going to be an amazing week for you, Scorpio. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that I'm getting here. Expect communication. For some of you, I see communication coming through. It's very positive. It certainly can be unexpected. With Temperance here, it represents patience and moderation. So maybe you've been waiting on something. Maybe you've been waiting on your partner to maybe make a decision. Maybe you've been waiting on something to do with the family. Expect communication to come through. This is very positive. I think, you know, this is definitely, you know, however you can relate to this, Scorpio, I definitely see progress being made this week. So this is really, really nice. Let me pull you an additional guidance card. Scorpio, some additional guidance for Scorpio. Some additional guidance for Scorpio. Alright, we have a card that just flipped. Very nice. Another sign got this. I'm not sure if it was Pisces or Cancer. Another water sign got. Alright, so we have Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Very nice, Scorpio. So you are absolutely surrounded by healing energy this week. So this is wonderful. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So this is, you know, very much relationships healing as well. Yes, romantic relationships. You know, if you've had some difficulties in the past, I see things improving. You're moving away from that and you're moving towards harmony. You're moving towards just calmer waters. And then for others, you know, this could be family relationships, friendships that are improving as well. So this is beautiful, Scorpio. I do hope that you found this reading helpful, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.